Hey guys, Elite Legionarii here, bring you a second battle against Heaven Clan's Eli the Lion, or Doctor Who as he calls himself in this case. I'll be in command of Thrace this time, and he will be in command of Parthia. I wanted to challenge myself. Parthia is a faction that will make pretty short work out of Thrace in most cases, but I thought it'd be fun to try and use Thrace to try and beat Eli. So obviously, fighting out in the open against Parthia with Thrace would be a very foolish manoeuvre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play into the semi-barbarian traits of Thrace and go into the woods to get the bonus, because I also know that by being in the woods here, the Parthian cataphracts will suffer a weakness as they're not as efficient in the woods. So I have 6 units of, I believe it's gold phalanx pikemen. Now, yes, phalanx obviously are good against cavalry, but phalanx pikemen will struggle against cataphracts. They can be ripped to shreds by cataphracts, even from the front. Can be, but if they hit from the side or the rear, they will just rout. They have very bad morale, in my experience. So they will be useful, but don't expect a heap out of them. I've got 2 units of Bastani. They're gold, and I think they have an experience chevron too. And I think it's 6 units of gold foot archers, which get a woods bonus, and I have 4 units of, I think it's gold militia cavalry. So that's my force. Eli's gone with 2 units of gold tack Persian cavalry, a very good horse archer unit. He's got 6 units of gold standard archers. He's got a unit of peasants, that's just to be basically soak up some missile fire, and a couple of gold slingers, in conjunction with 5 units of gold cataphracts and 1 unit of gold cataphract camels. So he's gone with a very tried and tested Parthian build. I'm going to try and, I doubt Eli will fall for this. He's not that kind of player. I'm using militia cav. I want to try and catch his horse archers with militia cav and try and draw some of his cataphracts away, and maybe be able to run down some of his any archers that get spread away from his cataphracts. His cataphracts are obviously very powerful, but they're not very fast. So here I see that he's charging forward here, and his cataphracts are kind of behind. So what I'm going to try and do is try and kill as many of these missile units as I can with my militia cav. What I should have done is charge them sooner, and I'm going to try that now and try and catch as many of these as I can, because I see how much of a mistake Eli has made of this. But he does seem to get very lucky here and manage to draw them out very quickly, and they actually managed to defeat my militia cav and was starting to beat them in melee combat. These peasants were so, and his cataphracts get up. So unfortunately I don't get the kind of kills I wanted there. I was really hoping, because I think that was a big mistake he made. He actually, they got much too far ahead of his cataphracts, but unfortunately I was probably a bit slow in myself and didn't inflict that many casualties. So our missile duel continues on. And Eli's more of a 31k player, so that's not to say he's not good at 15k, because I think he is pretty good at 15k as well, but he's better at 31k, and by his own admission he's better at 31k. But I personally think though that he's still quite a good 15k player, or whatever, the standard CWB play rules, 15, 10, 12.5, 15, 20k, 25k, whatever, he's good at that. So I'm going to use my militia cav to try and snag some of these cataphracts. Now I don't expect my militia cav to win, but it does give them time for my Bastani to catch him and try and inflict some heavy casualties on his cataphracts. But Eli is clever enough to get out of this, so that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Over here I'm trying to run down some of his archers. That's good, because that keeps them out of the action. So as you can see, his line's pretty messed up and chaotic. He has taken some pretty significant casualties to missile fire, but so have I. So this fight goes pretty even, but I do have the bonus of being in the woods and under cover. So I'm trying to use my militia cav just to cause him to do this type of thing where he's running back. It gives me more open fire opportunities. And I'm trying to bait his cataphracts in so I can use my Bastani against them. Here he comes in with his cataphracts to get behind, but I managed to get my Bastani in on them, and he's going to lose this unit of cataphracts because I think he made a slight micro error and didn't see them, so I do manage to rout that unit of cataphracts there. I have to be very careful though with using Thrace though, obviously, because these cataphracts can just really cause some serious trouble. I have to stay in the woods. I could not win this out in the open, not against someone like Eli, whose skill levels probably he's I would say Eli was a better player than myself, to be honest. I think he's better micro than me. So that's why I have to play it carefully. I mean, I can go toe to toe with Eli in the 15k realm. He'd destroy me 31k, no trouble. But I have to play it carefully here. And I didn't play it very carefully in that last fight against him, so I had to play it kind of carefully here. So anyway, I'm trying to route up some of his archers, but they're well upgraded, but I do manage to route some over here with my militia cavs. So I have been picking them apart over here nicely. But it is kind of a campy strategy, but I mean, I just don't believe I could possibly win out in the open against this kind of Parthian army with Thrace. Thrace is a fun faction, but it's just not happening. So I'm going to charge up here, see if I can force him back a bit. So I can basically, this is just to force his archers to run back so I can have some more shots at them with my archers. I'm not going to leave the woods. Here he's going to charge to try and get my militia cav, but I've got my Bastane right in. I want to bring a unit of phalanx pikemen in to try and kill him as well, and I try and completely encircle him with my militia cav. Cataphracts that are encircled rout quickly. So here I managed to trap one of his cataphracts, and I do believe I rout this one as well. So that's useful as well. So I managed to get rid of 2 units of his cataphracts now. If I can just steadily wither away his cataphracts, that will make a big difference. And I think Eli knows by this point that it's going to be quite tough for him to beat me now, because he's lost a good deal of his missile units. But then again, so have I. I've not gone without my own losses missile-wise, but he's lost quite a lot of his as well. So over here, he catches my militia cav, but that's fine. But I managed to kill 2 units of cataphracts, and that's very, very handy, because he needs his cataphracts if he's going to win this. If he loses this cataphracts, he loses his chances of winning. Good move by Eli here. He's moving his Persian cav to the flank, although it appears they are out of ammo, but it can give you extra beef to the fight for his cataphracts. So here I'm going to charge my Bastane again, but I'm a little slower on the uptake this time, and he does kill one of my archer units before I can react in time to that. And now he's bringing his men up. But even with these few cataphracts that he has here, he does inflict some heavy casualties on my phalanx pikemen when he actually engages. Although they are horses, cataphracts shouldn't have any real trouble with phalanx pikemen. You wouldn't directly charge straight into them, obviously, but if they hit them on the side or in the back, they'll rip them to pieces. No bother. So here he's got his men behind his line. This is a very intelligent move, because now when he's going to attack, it's going to divide my attention. But I do have my Bastane ready to just hold in the back there. But what he's going to try and do, obviously, he's going to try and wither me down with the remainder of his missiles, because I don't have many left at all. So he's won the missile fight for the most part. But he's going to try and divide my attention and squish me, and because the fact that the morale of phalanx pikemen isn't the grandest, there's a very good chance that my men will mass rout under such conditions. I have to use my Bastane very carefully here. They are very important. So what he's going to do is he's going to try and squish me with the Persian cav and this cataphract in the back, and he's going to try and flatten me from this side with this, and the routing, trust me, I've seen it, I've done it to others, I've had it done to me. If phalanx pikemen get caught like that, they'll just rout. They just don't have, that's the morale, they don't have it. So you've got to be careful when that happens. And he's wisely targeting my Bastane if he can, but I put them in a position where they remain hidden, so he doesn't have a very good line of sight on them. But if I lose too many Bastane, I will certainly lose this fight, because his cataphracts and Persian cav will just get right behind him, they'll just cause a mass rout, and my other pikemen won't stand. Phalanx pikemen, they're not the greatest. They're not bad, but they're not great. And cataphracts shouldn't have too much difficulty with them, as long as they just don't get too badly caught out. But because I'm in the woods, his cavalry will not be as efficient as it otherwise would be. So he's trying to get onto the flanks, get some flank shots. That's fine. I'm just going to ignore that. There's only one unit there. It's not going to inflict massive casualties. I'm going to lose a few men, as you can see, look, 41, 48. I am losing it, but best thing to do here is just keep your cool and wait for him to run out of arrows. Don't go trying to chase him and split yourself up, because then his cataphracts and Persian cat will be able to destroy me much more piecemeal and easily. So if I stay together, keep cohesion, and don't act rashly, I should have no trouble with this. So here's this Persian cav trying to strike me again. I'm just going to run him off, but I'm not going to keep chasing. I have to keep my Bastane close to the line. This is a good move by Eli, though. It allows him to work out where my Bastane were, so he can in turn shoot them with his missile units. Again, like I keep saying, if I lose my Bastane, I will likely lose this fight. So I start to get a little bothered by the amount of casualties I'm taking to these missiles, so I go into phalanx formation because it will make it a little harder. The only reason I was out of it is because I needed to move. So the slingers will have far less efficiency with my pikes down like this, so that is why I am staying in this formation. So he's going to come in behind me and he's going to attempt the squishing technique that I was talking about before. This is a very we're both taking our time with this fight, but if you could defeat this Parthian army out in the open with this Thracian army, I would be impressed, because Thrace is not a very strong faction in this game. But when it's in the woods, it can be efficient. When I play as Thrace, I always try and use the woods, especially against cavalry. Otherwise, they're just going to get torn to shreds. They're definitely not crap. Any faction can win this game, even Spain. But it's just that certain factions are a lot stronger than others. So here's the Thracian general here. He looks like the Greek general, so a lot of people think Thrace is barbarian. Just by looking at the general you can tell it's Greek. They consider it more Greek, but it's a mixture of both, really, I guess, which is why I quite like Thrace, because it gives you the capacity to sort of be barbarian or Greek and have a bit of both. It's very good. The only thing that I don't like about Thrace is the lack of good cavalry, which is probably somewhat historically accurate, but they would have had some alright stuff, I should suspect, but it is kind of annoying. So that's why it's a tough faction to win with. It's not the toughest faction to win with, but Thrace is a tough faction to win with. Fun though, definitely. I wouldn't say they were great skirmishers. They're not really particularly good in any area, to be honest, unless they're in the woods, which is why I've moved to the woods. In my opinion, I mean, some of you might have different opinions and different experiences, but personally, I don't think Thrace is a really strong faction. It's definitely on the weaker end in the game. But when you win with factions that are on the weak end of the scale in the game, it's always more rewarding when you do win with them, because, like when you win with Rome, it's fun, but Rome is really powerful. So when you win with Thrace or Spain, it's extremely rewarding because they're not the strongest factions out there. But Thrace still got some capabilities having pikes though. So what I do here, you may notice I've fused my Bastane into my pike line, realising that if I lose too many Bastane to missile fire, I will very much lose this fight. So by fusing them into my line like this, they are somewhat more shielded from missile fire, because shooting missiles into the front of pikes is pretty ineffective for the most part. Can do some damage, but it's pretty ineffective for the most part, so they're better shielded this way. So there's some ideas for any new players who might watch this if you want to shield your unarmoured unit. So here he goes. I think he got bored with waiting. It's impatient, and that understand, but it's a good move here. You see, look, he's gone to these weak units over here, and he's going to come from the other side, and that's my general unit. Good move by him. I got my Bastane stalling him here though, and he doesn't kill my general very quickly. Now this is due to me being in the woods. I'm getting a bonus in the woods, but I do lose my general. If he can kill my general, he'll kill me. So I'm going to try and outflank him here, and if you look, I'm getting pretty knocked up here, but because I'm in the woods, I'm doing a good job. But these cataphracts, look, they just tore straight through those phalanx pikemen, pretty piecemeal pretty easily, but I'm going to encircle him here, and because it's in the woods, his men rout quicker and break quicker. But that was mostly Eli getting a little impatient there, but he did target good targets, weak targets in my general as well. And if he could kill my general, he routed my general, but if he killed him, I would have had a mass rout going. So yeah, I killed his general, and I was pretty chuffed that I won this fight, because it is very hard to win with Thrace. In a lot of cases, like I said. But if you look, he got more kills. I had 789 men, he got 473 kills, 349 men remaining. And Eli had 597 men deployed and 515 kills and 121 men remaining. So he actually got more kills than me. So if we look at my Phalanx Pikemen, apart from this unit here, they did not do that great. And this unit took the general unit 59, so a frontal charge from Cataphracts just tore them to bits. So I mean, that's just enough. So out in the open where they don't get any bonuses, and the Cataphracts don't get any weaknesses, you can just imagine how the Thracian army gets torn to bits. My archers, they didn't do the greatest. Some of them did a couple okay, but not too bad. Bastani, they were very useful and handy in this fight, provided good protection. Militia Cav, probably didn't. I should have capitalised on them sooner, but they didn't hold in there as much as I thought they would. This unit here, however, made up for it, so that came together nicely. So the reason I won there was the wood bonus, basically, and the fact that he was using Cataphracts that don't do as well in the woods. So you play into your faction's strengths, basically. Work out where they're good, where their bonuses are, where the enemy gets weaknesses. Cavalry don't fight as well in the woods. Thrace does, so the woods was my saving grace in this fight, I suppose you'd say. So anyway, great game to Eli the Lion. Always good playing against Eli. Definitely play him, guys. He's a nice guy, he's friendly, and he's a good player. Especially if you like 31k, he is a good 31k player. I am not a good 31k player. I don't play it very often. It's cool. Well, it's sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's boring. The only thing I don't like about 31k is kind of the repetitive use of Urban Cohort, Praetorian Cav. But you should definitely play him though if you see him. He's got his own channel. I might link it in my description actually. He does a lot of the 31k battles, and a lot of them are very entertaining. So I'll link him, and you should check him out because he is very good. He's a good commentator and he's got good stuff. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon next time.